Utah police who arrested a nurse over a blood test has been put on leave. So guys, obviously this is the first I'm hearing about this, so we're going to play a little bit of catch up, so let's start from the start. Utah nurse said she was scared to death when police officers handcuffed and dragged her screaming from the hospital, and yes, we have footage, after she refused to draw blood to be drawn from an unconscious patient. After Alex Wubbels, I believe I'm mispronouncing her name, and her attorney released dramatic video of the arrest. Prosecutors called for a criminal investigation into Salt Lake City police put Detective Jeff Payne on paid leave on Friday. This cop bullied me. He bullied me to the utmost extreme, Wubbels said in an interview with the Associated Press, and nobody stood in his way. The Salt Lake Police City Chief and Mayor also apologized and changed department policies in line with guidance Wubbels was following in the July 26th incident. Wubbels, a former alpine skier who competed in the 1998 and 2002 Winter Olympics, said she adhered to her training at the hospital protocols to protect the rights of patients who could not speak for himself. You can't just take blood if you don't have a legitimate concern for something that has been tested, Wubbels said. It is the utmost personal property I think we can have besides our skin, bones and organs. Payne didn't return messages left at a public listed phone number, and Salt Lake City Police Associated Union did not respond to messages for comment. The department and civil board are also conducting reviews. I was alarmed by what I saw in the video with our officer, Police Chief Mike Brown said. Police body camera footage shows Wubbels, who worked in the burn units, calmly explaining that she could not take blood from a patient who had been injured in a deadly car accident. Citing a recent change in law, a 2016 US Supreme Court ruled said blood samples cannot be taken without a patient's consent or warrant. Wubbels told Payne that the patient had to be allowed blood samples to determine intoxication or be otherwise under arrest. Otherwise, she said police needed a warrant. Police did not, but Payne insisted. The dispute ended with Payne saying, "We're done, you're under arrest," and pulling her outside while she screamed, saying, "I've done nothing wrong." He had called his supervisor and discussed the time-sensitive blood draw for over an hour with hospital staff, policewoman Christina Judd said. "It's not an excuse, it definitely doesn't forgive what happened," she said. Payne wrote in a police report that he grabbed Wubbels and took her outside to avoid causing a scene, bullshit, and in an emergency room, said his boss. The lieutenant, whose actions were also being reviewed, told him to arrest Wubbels if she keeps interfering. The detective left Wubbels in a hot police car for 20 minutes before realizing the blood had already been drawn as a part of treatment, said her lawyer, Cara Porter. Wubbels was not charged. "This has underpinned her worldview in a way she could not believe this could happen," Porter said. Wubbels and her attorney on Tuesday released the video they obtained through public records request for call to change. "She has not sued, but that could change," said attorney Jake Manifield. Salt Lake County District Attorney Slim Glenn said the video was concerning and called the police chief to ask for a criminal investigation. The department is open to the inquiry and will be run by Salt Lake County's Unified Police Judge, said Appeals Office will review the findings. In request to the incident, Judge said the department updated its blood drawing policy last week to mirror the hospital's use. She said officers have already received additional training. The agency has met with hospital administration to ensure it does not happen again and to repair ties. There is a strong bond between fire, police and nurses because they all work together to help save lives, and this caused an unfortunate rift that we are hoping to repair immediately, Judge said. The hospital said it was proud of the way Wubbels handled the situation. Wubbels being the nurse, by the way. The patient was a victim in a car crash and Payne wanted the blood sample to show that he had done nothing wrong, according to the police officer's written report. The patient, Wubbels Gray, is a reserve police officer in Rigby, Idaho, might be mispronouncing, according to the city's police. They thank Wubbels for protecting his rights. Gray is a semi-truck driver and was on the road when a pickup truck fleeing from authorities slammed into his truck, causing his truck to burst into flames, police reports say. So guys, obviously we do have that video. We will play that for you now, and then at the end of it, we'll talk about it.
Brad, I'm just putting on speaker so you can... So, I have this... It says obtaining blood samples for police enforcement from patients suspected to be under the influence. Okay? This is something that you guys agreed to with this hospital. The three things that allow us to do that are if you have an electronic warrant, patient consent, or patient under arrest. And neither of those things... The patient can't consent. He's told me repeatedly that he doesn't have a warrant, and the patient is not under arrest. So I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do. That's all. So.
Okay, so I take it without those in place, I'm not going to get blood. Is that? Am I fair to surmise that?
Alex, you're not representing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Why is he continuing to blame you?
I don't know. I have no idea why he's blaming me. I'm just representing.
Why are you blaming the messenger, sir?
She's the one that has told me no.
Yeah, but sir, you're making a huge mistake right now.
Okay.
Like you're making a huge mistake because you're threatening a nurse.
Okay. No, we're done. We're done. You're under arrest. We're going. We're done.
Sir,
we're done. I said we're done. I said we're done. I said we're done.
Hey, stop it. I have administration on the way. Sir, hey, please. Whoa. I have
Okay,
administration.
she can sit in my car while they're coming.
So let's unpack. Okay, as for the original claim by the police detective that he was just escorting her outside because it was a packed ER, but I'm sorry, it wasn't that packed, and you weren't escorting her outside. That is complete bullshit. At the end of the day, you see him actually arresting her, saying, I am arresting you for not basically giving me the blood. He's trying to prove a point, and he's been a complete dick about it. Now, this is the part where I turn around and say, hashtag not all cops. Yes, there are a lot of decent cops in the police force. There are a lot of cops that also are complete dicks too, some of them. But at the end of the day, obviously, guys, this is just a bad example of this cop. And to be honest, I think this cop should be fired and kicked out of the force, never ever to be allowed police officer again. Also, the two other cops that are standing there not doing much, I think they also should be put on reprimand as well. You see them, they actually grab her when she backs up to them, so they're actually assisting him. They could have easily turned around and said, no, this is wrong, and got between her and the other cop. They didn't. They actually helped him, and you actually see them putting handcuffs on her as well. So that I think they should also be not kicked out of the force, but they also should be also put on leave for 2 weeks, have 2 weeks off, whatever it may be, 2 weeks without pay, whatever it may be. But guys, yeah, look, at the end of the day, I think this is absolutely disgusting. Look, cops have a hard job. I get it. He was stressed. He was trying to prove the fact that he hadn't done anything wrong. He was worried. He was freaking out because someone died and someone might die. And here's this potential source to prove that he hadn't done anything wrong. And he couldn't get the blood to prove it. I get all that. But at the end of the day, doesn't mean you can arrest someone for doing their job, and that's what this girl was actually doing. She was following hospital guidelines and actually doing her job. As for the cop, I'm sorry, but you're a piss-off, fuck-off little human, and I don't even think you should be a police officer anymore. Look, at the end of the day, obviously we'll have to wait for the investigation to come through and find out exactly what was happening, but I'll be very, very surprised if he's ever allowed to be a cop again. As for the nurse, lawyer up and lawsuit, I think she might have dramatized the arrest a bit too much. I think it was a little bit more dramatic than it needed to be, but she definitely has a case for obviously going through and suing the police force, or at least suing that cop. And at the end of the day, that's what I would actually prefer, her to sue him, not the actual police force, because I don't think this is actually something that was in their manual. As for the actual police officer's lieutenant who told him to arrest her, definitely put on leave, also probably should be fired as well. But like I said, we'll have to wait for the investigation before that happens. But guys, let me open this up to you. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think that this cop should be arrested? What do you think should happen to the lieutenant that also gave him the orders? And what about the 2 other or 3 other cops in the background that also aided in the arrest? Do you think they should be fired as well? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And apart from that, guys, obviously I will see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.